साथियों, ये खान मार्केट गैंग ये पापी की भागीदार है। यही लोग कहते हैं कि देश के संसाधनों पर पहला हक मुसलमानों का है। ये लोग लगातार सरकारी जमीनें वक्फ बोर्ड को दे रहे हैं, बदले में वोट मांग रहे हैं। ये लोग देश के बजट का 15% माइनॉरिटी के लिए रिजर्व करना चाहते हैं। ये लोग बैंकों से मिलने वाले लोन वो भी धर्म के आधार पर देना चाहते हैं। ये धर्म के आधार पर सरकारी टेंडर देना चाहते हैं। ये धर्म के आधार पर स्पोर्ट्स में खिलाड़ियों की एंट्री करवाना चाहते हैं। ये वोट बैंक पॉलिटिक्स की पराकाष्ठा है। अपने वोट बैंक को खुश करने के लिए ये लोग सीएए का विरोध कर रहे हैं। अपने इसी वोट बैंक को खुश करने के लिए इन्होंने देश भर में घुसपैठियों को बसा दिया है। यही लोग हैं जो दिल्ली के बाटला हाउस एनकाउंटर पर आंसू बहाते हैं। यही लोग हैं जो 3 तलाक के खिलाफ कानून उसका विरोध करते हैं। तुष्टीकरण में एक से बढ़कर एक है। और इसी के लिए इन्होंने एक साथ आकर इंडी गठबंधन बनाया है। और साथियों, अब ये खान मार्केट गैंग के पास एक ही रास्ता बचा है। मोदी जितनी बार मुसलमान शब्द बोले उसको कह देना सांप्रदायिकता का भाषण कर रहा है। साथियों, मैं जब इनकी घोर सांप्रदायिक हरकतों को हकीकतों के द्वारा, तथ्यों के द्वारा एक्सपोज कर रहा हूं तो इनका पूरा इकोसिस्टम चिल्लाता है कि मोदी हिंदू मुसलमान कर रहा है। भाइयों बहनों, मुझे चिंता इस देश की है। आप आजादी के पहले के दिन देखिए, कांग्रेस पार्टी ने एक के बाद एक ऐसी हरकतें शुरू की थी जिसका परिणाम हुआ देश के टुकड़े हो गए, धर्म के आधार पर हो गए। मैं हिंदू मुसलमान नहीं कर रहा। ये लोग सुबह शाम रात दिन मुसलमान मुसलमान, वोट बैंक वोट बैंक, वोट जिहाद, यही उनका खेल चलता है। उनकी वोट बैंक पॉलिटिक्स को एक्सपोज कर रहा हूं। इन लोगों ने भारत की बिन सांप्रदायिक की भावना की धज्जियां उड़ाई है। इन्होंने संविधान के पीठ में छुरा भोंका है। इन लोगों ने संविधान की मूल आत्मा पर प्रहार किया है। जब एक क्षेत्रीय पार्टियों ने कांग्रेस का मुस्लिम वोट बैंक खा लिया, तब से कांग्रेस खुलकर और बड़े स्तर पर सांप्रदायिक साजिशें करने लगी है। कई बार लाख झूठ बोलते हुए भी शहजादे की जुबान पर सच्चाई तो आ ही जाती है। आज कांग्रेस के शहजादे ने एक बड़ा सच स्वीकार कर लिया। शहजादे ने मान लिया है कि उनकी दादी, उनके पिताजी, उनकी माताजी के समय जो सिस्टम बना वो दलितों, पिछड़ों, आदिवासियों का घोर विरोधी रहा है। कांग्रेस के इसी सिस्टम ने एससी, एसटी, ओबीसी की कितनी ही पीढ़ियों को तबाह किया। आज शहजादे ने खुद ये बात मान ली है। भाइयों और बहनों, ये इंडी गठबंधन वाले घोर भ्रष्टाचारी भी है। ये वो लोग हैं जिनके पास से नोटों के पहाड़ निकल रहे हैं। ये लोग रंगे हाथ पकड़े जा रहे हैं। झारखंड हो, पश्चिम बंगाल हो, सब जगह इनका भ्रष्टाचार खुलकर सामने आ रहा है। यहां दिल्ली में तो हम कट्टर भ्रष्टाचारियों का खेल देख रहे हैं। इन लोगों ने दिल्ली के लोगों को लूटने का कोई मौका नहीं छोड़ा। अदालतें भी इन कट्टर भ्रष्टाचारियों की लूट देखकर हैरान है। जो लोग राजनीति बदलने आए थे, आज वो लोग दिल्ली के साथ सबसे बड़ा विश्वासघात करके बैठे हैं। जो लोग अदालत के एक निर्णय को लेकर के नाच रहे थे, कल के अदालत के निर्णय को देखो, पता चल जाएगा इनका चरित्र क्या है।
All right, Prime Minister Modi, they're talking about divisive politics. It's the top focus we continue coming back to. Viewers on, this is exclusive. We now go to our guest, Pune Police Commissioner Amitesh Kumar, who's joining us. The Pune VVIP murder case intensified. The accused's father is now being booked. He's in currently till 24th of May in custody. But the big question remains, how can the juvenile, the super rich, super brat, be termed and treated as an adult? We try and get some answers from the Pune Police Commissioner. Mr. Kumar, if you can explain to us, there's already been an appeal that's been moved by you in the court. How can he be treated like an adult?
Yeah, see, the Juvenile Justice Act, after the Nirbhaya case, came to be amended. It added a section called the heinous crime. It defined heinous crime in Section 2 of the Juvenile Justice Act, which said that any offense committed by a juvenile which has punishment for more than 7 years shall be termed as a heinous crime. Now, Section 15 of the Juvenile Justice Act also came to be amended, and it said that if a juvenile above 16 years of age commits a heinous crime, he can be tried as an adult. And that power to authorize him to be tried as an adult lies with the Juvenile Justice Board. So, based on these two provisions of law, on Sunday, that is the day of the accident, we moved two applications to the Juvenile Justice Board. Number one, saying that this juvenile, aged 17 years and 8 months, committed a heinous crime. He committed an offense of culpable homicide not amounting to murder under Section 304 IPC, which has a punishment of more than 7 years. This is a heinous crime because this juvenile came out of his house in a luxury car without a number plate, went partying in one pub, had alcohol, of which we have evidence, went to another pub, again drank, and then drove in a rash manner on a narrow street which had a lot of people moving in that area at that point of time, which led to a loss of 2 lives, which has created a sense of insecurity in that area. So this was our plea, that based on the circumstances and the legal provisions, we want him to be tried as an adult. We moved a second application to the court saying that till this application is decided, please remand him, please send him to the remand home. Unfortunately, both the applications were not allowed by the concerned Juvenile Justice Board. So we moved in appeal in the district court. The district court heard us and they told us to go back to the Juvenile Justice Board, where Section 104 of the Juvenile Justice Act says that the same Juvenile Justice Board has the power to revise, modify, or amend its orders based on such application. And that's how we went to the Juvenile Justice Board yesterday, requesting them that this is a heinous crime and we need to try this juvenile as an adult so that we can take the case to its logical conclusion for the victim to get justice. This is our prayer. The battle is being heard with the Juvenile Justice Board, and we hope to get an order to remand him. Number one, to remand him to send him to the remand home, and number two, subsequently, there is a procedure which has to be followed before giving an order for being tried as an adult. That may take some time, but at least till that time, I mean, our petition has to be allowed that, yes, we will initiate the process to try him as an adult, because on the Sunday application which we moved for him to be tried as an adult, the Juvenile Justice Board said seen and filed, which means that our application was totally rejected and not considered at all. To which we were amazed, we were surprised, and it was not acceptable to us. That's how we have gone, and we expect that the process to allow this juvenile to be tried as an adult based on, there is a process like enumerated in the act, in the rules itself, saying that before that decision has to be taken, maybe if required, a psychological test has to be done by a trained psychologist, something like there's a procedure to it. But that procedure has to start, and till that time, this juvenile who has done this heinous crime cannot be allowed to move openly, and he has to be sent to the remand home. So this is basically, in nutshell, what has been our strategy and what we want from the Juvenile Justice Board.
Yes, Mr. Kumar, I also want to ask you about allegations that have come of tampering of evidence and political intervention in the case for this Pune VVIP.
See, I have always been saying from day one that the Pune City Police has adopted the most stringent possible path in this case. I went on to say, I mean, I might be sounding repetitive, but I will again reassert through your channel that I am saying that I am open for any debate on a public platform, and I am ready to answer queries of legal experts. And I am willing, if someone can suggest me a path which could have been more stringent than this, or which could have been different, and which would actually take the case to a better logical conclusion.
Mr. Kumar, you've been seeing the way they have been dealing with everything. Right from the start, we understand that this order has come, an unfortunate indulgent order from the court, when they're asking for juvenile to be treated as an adult earlier. But how do you look at the connections that this Pune VVIP family has with the underworld? A lot of rumors, but you would be knowing firsthand what's been happening there, sir.
See, you cut me short, but I'll just take a minute to answer the earlier question. You're talking about political interference.
Sure, sir.
I must say that the fact that the police took the best possible path, and the fact that the police took a path before the media and the public outrage, shows that we were on the right path. Where is the question of any political interference? And I said earlier also, there was certainly clear instructions, clear, if indeed there was a political interference, it was only to ensure that the victim gets justice and the guilty gets punished. So what I'm trying to say is that we have acted in the most professional manner. We've tried to be as transparent as possible. Now coming, I forgot I mean, can you please repeat the question?
Sir, the question is, there is a lot of talk now happening of the Pune VVIP and the underworld connections, and how they tried to maneuver their way with a very indulgent court earlier.
See, it would not be proper and prudent for me to be commenting on the court order, but I can only say that the public were outraged after this court order and looking at the bail conditions.
Sure.
It was we were equally amazed. It was equally shocking for us, and we had at that point of time itself taken a stand that we shall be appealing against this order, and we shall explore all possible judicial remedies to ensure that we get an order to try this juvenile as an adult. We have the power to appeal at the higher court or the higher court after that. So, however, I mean, the issues like what you are talking about, certainly we are having a look at it. We have clearly said that whoever has been a part of the conspiracy, whatever steps have been taken for destruction of evidence, all that is being investigated by the crime branch. And whoever is found coming in way for the smooth enforcement of law shall be booked if required under section 201 of IPC for tampering of evidence.
Sir, was the blood report tampered with?
See, blood report number one hasn't come. And I have been saying that in spite, I'm sure the blood report would contain alcohol, but I will just add that in spite or despite of what the blood report is, you must realize that this is a case not of 304A IPC for rash and negligent act and a normal fatal accident. Here we are making out a case of culpable homicide not amounting to murder, where we are saying that this act of this juvenile was done in full knowledge that while he was drinking, while he was driving a rash car on a narrow street at a breathtaking speed, he had the knowledge that this act of his is likely to cause death. So we are saying that he was fully within his senses, fully within his knowledge that he committed this act, and we want him to be proceeded against under section 304 IPC.
Yes.
What I'm trying to only say is
understood.
that...
Sir, one more question that begs to be answered here. You would be knowing about the connections. You have also heard about the links of the grandfather of this VVIP spoiled brat with Chhota Rajan. I want you to make us please tell us what the police has really gathered on this aspect.
See, frankly, this is a matter of 2009. This matter was after the initial investigation by the Pune City Police. At that point of time, the matter was subsequently transferred to the CBI, and the matter is presently sub judice. Frankly, I do not have enough details of the case to be talking on this channel at the moment. But certainly, all angles of this accused and his relatives, as far as this case is concerned, and all related matters is concerned, is within the purview of investigation by two different investigating teams.
That's
Number
right.
one of the investigation team of 304 IPC, and the second investigation team of the crime branch, which is investigating the case of Juvenile Justice Act against the father and the pub owners.
Sir, just one more question. Politicians and political parties are today coming out and saying the buck needs to stop with you. The police commissioner needs to be questioned. We've also seen, of course, Mr. Devendra Fadnavis come around and say that there is a proper investigation happening in the case. How do you respond when there's a politicization of this case?
See, I have been very, very transparent. I have been answering to all queries on the electronic media, to the print media, and to everyone. I have been trying to convince people that what path we have taken was the best possible path, and we are totally sensitive to the case, and we are working hard. We have also been trying to convince people that the approach of the Pune City Police has not been reactive. We have not changed our strategy after the media or the public outrage. All this we have done on Sunday forenoon and Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. This is much before the media outrage.
I thank you, Amitesh Kumar, Pune Police Commissioner, for answering all the questions that we've put forward. We are hoping this killer, because of whom two people have lost their lives, is going to be behind bars. And there's going to be a change, and the change in the Juvenile Justice Act will apply to this case. Thank you for being with us. And viewers, that's going to be our top focus. Will justice be served? Will the juvenile law be changed? That's been changed, be used in this case? That's the firm question we ask as massive anger in India continues. Thank you for being with us on This Is Exclusive.